For too long have we lived as strangers to one another, divided by walls built to keep us safe. But now, with the completion of the chiral network, we may at last move forward as a people united. Today we come together to celebrate the birth of a new nation for a new world, the United Cities of America. I once took an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. And though that proud republic may be no more, we remain. And so, as your president, I hereby swear to support and defend you, the people. Let there be no more walls between us, nor masks to hide who we are. Let there be a new America. An America where we can face one another, where we can speak our minds and open our hearts. The old ways die hard, but I believe, my fellow Americans, that we have the strength and the courage to rise above our past and embrace our future. The Death Stranding is a part of that past. An enduring shadow, a constant reminder of what could have been. That we stand here today is testament, not to the greatness of any one individual, but to our capacity to come together, to the bonds between us, to our collective greatness. All things must come to an end, ourselves included. But as long as we savor each moment, find joy in the promise of tomorrow, embrace hope, and reject despair, we will endure. President Bridget Strand and her daughter, Samantha America Strand, sacrificed everything in their pursuit of hope that we, the people, might be whole again. That they are not here today to see the fruits of their labor fills us all with a profound sadness. But we find comfort in the knowledge that their memories will live on in the chiral network and in our hearts. We will always remain connected. There is another hero in this story. One whose achievements seem destined to go unrecognized. America still needs that hero. That person without whom we would not be here. Now, the name is unimportant, but you know who I mean. And for that unsung hero, I have a message. It was you who brought us together. You who made us whole again. And while you and I will eventually pass on, we will be...
Going somewhere, Sam? Tired of being the unsung hero?
No, I'm done is all. She's gone.
Come on, wait. There's something I need to tell you. Huh. This doesn't bother you anymore? Well, that's great.
Severed his connection to Amelie.
Now, wouldn't you like to know how we brought you back from the beach? We were going to use the doll, but didn't have one handy, which is when I remembered something else.
Not what I think it is.
Yes. What could be more connected to Amelie's beach than President Strand's umbilical cord? Hartman thought that's why she left it with me in the first place. Unfortunately...
It didn't work.
Yeah, she'd already cut her beach loose. It was just gone. We didn't know if that meant she dragged you into the great beyond or sent you to some other beach. We were really racking our brains. Hartman and Mama split up and started searching every beach you might feasibly have washed up on. We looked for a month with absolutely nothing to show for it.
A month on the outside. How long on the inside?
Trust me when I tell you, you don't want to know. But don't worry. We found no signs of accelerated aging.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
In the end, this is what led us to you. Just when we were about to give up, Die Hartman reminded us about the revolver. So, we tried to follow it, and it led us to a far corner of your own beach. And bingo, there you were. Mama made visual contact first. She was able to see you from her vantage point on the other side. She informed Lochner via their connection, and Hartman confirmed your location during his subsequent NDE. The plan was for Fragile to, in essence, slingshot Lou and me to your position so we could rescue you. But it's not so easy to send multiple individuals to another person's beach for an extended period of time. And that's where the umbilical cord came in. We wove these from President Strand's DNA. They serve as a single knot that binds us all. The President must have known all of this would happen. Ironic, isn't it? The gun that set this whole mess in motion ends up being the key to saving you.
Amelie, she said it had another purpose.
Not a weapon, but a lifeline. A stick that became a rope. I suppose that's one way of putting it. Oh, Sam. You have no idea how long I've been waiting to give you a hug. Got something else to tell you. Top secret.
Oh, goddammit.
It's about Cliff. BB's mother's name was Lisa Bridges, Cliff's common law wife.
Lisa Bridges.
Now, Cliff was killed by a man identified in the records only as John. Former U.S. Special Forces. Quite good at it by all accounts. Later appointed as an aide to the president, who used him for most of her wet work. The records go on to state that he vanished after Cliff's death. A warrant was put out, but he was later found dead. Turns out some people die harder than others, though.
Huh. Good one.
Dear John donned a mask and reappeared with a new identity. But you can't fool the chiral network. We restored the old records, and Mama hid them deep in the archives. You're the only one besides us with access privileges. Take a look if you're so inclined.
Huh.
But don't say I didn't warn you. The president's got some dirty, dirty laundry. I don't trust him, but I'll work with him if that's what it takes. We'll talk later.
Die Hartman, weren't you just in the room I was in? Or is that a hologram?
Sam. I don't expect you to forgive me. But would you hear me out? I killed Captain Clifford Unger. I would tell you I did it for America. For love of country. But I didn't. I did it for her. Because I loved her with all my heart. She was everything to me. Everything. Now, I'm not trying to make excuses. I just want you to know that not a day's gone by when I haven't thought about it. Time didn't help. Or the mask. Please, let me finish. The captain saved my life. You know why they call me Die Hardman. Because he wouldn't let me die. He brought my sorry ass back home every time. And I loved him as much as I loved her. And when he stared me down, that ghost, I knew he was here to kill me, to make it right. And why shouldn't he? Why didn't he? He couldn't save his kid, his baby. And that's what brought him back. I guess when he saw I was trying to do my part for America, he remembered who he was. And he forgave me. God! But I don't deserve it, God damn it! There is no atoning for what I've done. God! But maybe this is the next best thing. Maybe he brought me back from the beach for a reason. One last time. He wanted me to do this. To keep on being Die Hardman.
No. He didn't. Nobody wants a president who acts like they're immortal. And if you're not scared of death, how can you value life? And life is pretty fucking fragile right now. And yeah, the old ways die hard. But that's what's gonna have to happen if we're gonna come together and build a better America. That gun won't help you here. That's her words, not mine.
Thank you, Sam.
Fuck, dude. That's like one of the best scenes in the whole fucking game. Phenomenal acting. His character was a bit much to put up with through the game, but that was a phenomenal scene.
Hey, Sam. Been waiting for you.
Lou? Dead?
Poor thing was never truly alive. Not in this world, at least. The decommissioning order finally came through. Can't risk necrosis. The body can't stay here. I thought you might want to take care of it. You could try taking Lou out of the pod just to see what happens. But that would be in direct contravention of an executive order. And there are laws about that kind of thing, now that we're a nation. just couldn't bring myself to do it. But if the alternative is defying the president, I can't do that either. Not me.
All right. I'll go to the incinerator.
Before you leave, I'd like to check something quickly. I just took your cufflinks offline. In that state, there'd be nothing to stop you from removing them. If you did, the UCA wouldn't know where you were or how to find you. You'd be invisible. When you use the incinerator, you'll be reconnected to the network automatically. I trust you'll remember what I said.
Right, absolutely. Thanks for everything.
Gonna miss you, buddy. God, I hope you're in the next game.
How's the weather?
Don't think you'll be needing an umbrella. I decided to follow my father's dream after all. Don't worry, I won't get mixed up with any terrorists this time. UCA's got my back. We're the first private delivery company to get the official approval.
Sounds like you're moving up in the world. Congratulations.
Thanks. Wait, there's something I have to tell you. I didn't shoot Higgs. Couldn't pull the trigger. So I let him choose. Death or eternal solitude on the beach.
Fair enough. You never did like breaking things.
That's right. I find and fix what's broken. And reconnect. I'm fragile.
But not that fragile.
Wanna come work for me? Could use a man like you.
The world's still broken. Same as before.
What isn't? But we're still here. We're still chugging along.
Not everyone. Not me.
Come on. You put America back together, didn't you?
Doesn't mean there's a place for me. I've got no ties to anyone or anything. I might as well be dead. I felt like that when we first met in the cave. I still do.
Don't act like you're the same person. You've learned how to touch, to feel. You've connected with people. With us.
Everything I touch, I lose.
Sam!
He was alone before because he didn't have anything, and now he's choosing to be alone because he doesn't want to lose everything.
Come on, Lou. One last delivery.
So I guess I can continue a little bit with some of my thoughts. Oh, the fucking song, dude. Just let it play. It has been a long time. Nearly 80 hours I've been playing this game. Finally coming up on the end. And goddamn, I cannot wait for Death Stranding 2. This is definitely a game that I have so much more of an appreciation for it on additional playthroughs than I do the initial one. The initial one's just so much information coming at you. It's almost impossible to get it on the first run. Even like the twists and stuff like are kind of there, but like they're still satisfying, but this is just like to be able to understand, and I wish I could explain more, but I'm so into it now, I don't realize what's not common knowledge. Like I can't explain any other questions that I used to have because I don't have them anymore, and it's just like I get it now. It's really hard too because there's no real good explanation videos on YouTube either. I've gone back and looked, and even to this day, like moreover, there's just explanations about like it's just explaining the story in terms of like start to finish, but it doesn't explain the metaphors, what things really mean, and symbolism. So it is kind of hard to get the full grasp unless you're literally sitting there with Hideo fucking asking him the questions yourself. I'm sure there's been plenty of people asking questions since the game came out. I guess I haven't found the right information.
Alright. I guess we're here. You still with me, Lou?
Poor thing was never truly alive. Not in this world, at least.
Thanks for everything.
This child's special. One of a kind.
A BB candidate.
Either that, or
A sacrifice.
a foundation. A bridge.
Brought you an astronaut. Mankind can go anywhere, even outer space. You'll be out of there in no time. And the second all this is over, I'm gonna take you wherever you want to go. Can I help you? Holy shit. John, is that you?
Captain, what are you doing here?
My wife's checked in. They don't want a repeat of last year.
The Void Out in Manhattan. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were the husband.
This isn't what we agreed on. You said you'd do everything in your power to save BB.
We are. But we cannot release your son just yet. Believe me when I tell you it's for the best.
This is a woman in a mask who's done nothing but lie to me.
I have a duty to protect our country. Lies are an unfortunate necessity.
President gave me the highest level access privileges. I've used them to manipulate the security system. We have 5 minutes before it resets, sir. 5 minutes to talk. Off the record. Take BB and get out of this place. There's nothing I can do for your wife. I'm sorry. You were my commanding officer, but I swore an oath to the President to protect her and the country at all costs. Now, if she orders me to do something, I have to do it. I have to. But I served under you first. And your family doesn't deserve this. Any of this.
Why are you helping me? If they catch you.
Because you saved my life, sir. Again and again. When the brass sent us into the jaws of hell, it was you that brought us home. Back then, I thought I was invincible. I thought I was some kind of action hero. But I'm not the hero. You are, sir. You're the reason I'm still alive. And it's past time I paid that debt. They're moving your son to a new facility tomorrow. You'll never see him again. He'll serve as the foundation of a new communications network. A sacrifice for a nation that no longer exists. I wrote down everything you need to know. It was the only way to keep it off the system. Burn it when you're done. The rest is up to you, sir. I believe this belongs to you, sir. Now, I can't terminate your wife's life support from inside her room. System won't allow it. So, this is the only other option.
Jesus. Little grotesque.
An alarm is set to go off if she flatlines. I've rigged the system to spoof her vitals. But you won't have long. 5 minutes, tops. Don't hesitate, sir. This is the only chance you'll get.
I'm sorry, Lisa. Don't worry. I'll take care of him. I promise you. I promise you. My animal, Lisa.
Fuck.
Bibi. Bibi. Bibi, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Daddy.
You know what, Cliff? Maybe you're not so bad. Just been dealt a bad hand. Alright, Lou. Just like it started. BB-28. All right, man.
I just took your cufflinks offline. In that state, there'd be nothing to stop you from removing them. If you did, the UCA wouldn't know where you were or how to find you. You'd be invisible. When you use the incinerator, you'll be reconnected to the network automatically. You could try taking Lou out of the pod just to see what happens. But that would be in direct contravention of an executive order. That cannot fulfill outside the pod. There is a 70% risk of catastrophic failure simply in removing it.
Holy shit. Seems very much like the seam. Hey, BB. How am I doing this? Hello? Cliff? Oh, shit. Not going according to plan. Oh, no. Oh, no. Play it cool, Cliff. Oh, shit.
Freeze! Hey, put it down! Drop it! Put it down!
Back off.
Back off!
Stand down.
Get up! Don't do it! I'll handle this.
Damn it, Cliff.
I'm sorry, Captain. Don't! You got it! You two! Stay there! And hold your fire!
Thanks for trying, John.
Stop!
Step aside, sir, or we'll be forced to open fire.
It's a dead end. He's trapped. Security will take it from here.
Those guys seem like dicks. Forced to open fire? Damn, okay, chill, dude. Oh, Cliff, that's a lot of blood. What's the plan, Cliff?
I'm sorry, Lisa. I screwed it up. I've ruined everything.
This room is off limits. No one goes in. When he's in there, sir, I saw him. You saw him all. Now check the other way. Go! Yes, sir.
No. Open it up. He's inside.
Move, dumbass.
BB. Don't worry. It's okay. I'll always be with you. See the sunset, the day is ending. Let that yawn out, there's no pretending. I will hold you and protect you. So let love warm you till the When I found out I was gonna be a father, I was so scared. Scared of what it would mean. I had to be there for you and your mom, no matter what. I couldn't just go off and get myself killed anymore. Couldn't leave you all alone. I couldn't.
Get off of him! Now!
I had it all wrong. All wrong. Being a father didn't make me scared. It made me brave. I'm sorry. Sorry it took me so long.
Captain, look at you.
Don't make the same mistake. Be yourself. Be free.
Oh my God.
Captain, I need you to hand it over.
Shoot him, John.
Let it go. Please.
Shoot him! I gave you an order. Shoot him!
You told me your name was Sam Porter. But you're Sam Bridges. My son. My bridge to the future. Without you, I was just like any other cliff. A dead end. No way forward. Nothing but an obstacle. Looking on at the world people like you were trying to build. Dividing people was the only thing I was ever good at. But not you, Sam. You bring people together. You're their bridge to the future. And mine. Come on, Sam. Stand up.
Is this me?
Not BB2.
No, 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 no!
We were BB the whole time. Not to confuse with BB-28. We were the BB that Clifford was chasing. BB-28 is just another BB. There's Clifford in the seam. So how are we alive today?
Sam. There you are.
Damn. Hence the scar on his umbilical cord. And there's Clifford. It's so fucking sad, dude.
You want to go home? Let's go home. It's okay. I know the way.
want him back. There's the scar.
There you are. Welcome back.
You understand his days as a BB are over, now that his connection to the other side has been severed.
It was me who cut the cord. So yes.
A deathless repatriate in the world of the living. Should we decommission him?
In a manner of speaking. Take him out of the pod. I'll raise him as my own.
The necrosis is setting in.
Come on, Lou, wake up. Wake up. Come on. Wake up! Come on, Lou, wake up. Lou.
She gave him back. No more time fall. good fucking God. Ugh. Holy shit. Ugh. So the Death Stranding is over. Or, I guess obviously not. There's this Death Stranding 2. But at least Timefall's not affected. The rainbow was not an inverted rainbow. And Amelie gave Lou back to Sam. Lou was clearly on the other side, and Amelie sent it back with a Kipu. And I just think that's fucking beautiful. You know, he was so worried about her being alone, but she sent Lou back just so that he wouldn't be alone. And if that doesn't tug at your fucking heartstrings, holy shit. All right, so some of the outstanding questions that I still have are primarily, and I think, you know, I was thinking about it as I was playing the rest of this, probably the last 20-30 minutes of this game, and I think putting it into a different lens is the thing that helps the most with it. And I mean it just by this, because she acts like she's being captured when really she's giving Higgs all of the power. It is kind of fucked up to think about it in the sense that she was behind everything, because if she was the source of Higgs's power and Higgs was the leader of the Homo Demons, she by proxy killed a lot of people, a lot of innocent people too, and she put Fragile through hell. A lot of people died because of Higgs and the Homo Demons, and that was her fault. Was that an act of her trying to end humanity by just straight up killing people? Was it? I don't know how it was part of the ultimate plan. I don't know why there needed to be Higgs as an obstacle to get to Amelie, unless... I mean, I know that they did mention that there had to be a reason why he had to go all the way across America, and maybe the urgency, maybe the fact that, like, she was taken by terrorists was supposed to put some pep in his step. Obviously not for me, because I fucking was spending so much extra time doing extra stuff. But I guess that could be construed as one way to, like, he wasn't getting it done fast enough, he wasn't moving fast enough, so having the terrorists have a reputation of being really bad also come into play, that, you know, had taken her hostage, and so he really had to step on it. But I don't know for sure. For me, it's a little weird for her to be behind it all, but also playing the damsel in distress, but also supplying the bad guy with his terrible powers. And that was just kind of the biggest head scratcher. And then the whole bringing everybody together, like, what was the point of her bringing Die Hardman to the beach? And she mentioned that she brought Cliff and him to get together again. And, you know, obviously, if you haven't gotten it, I did mention earlier, Sam was Cliff's son. Cliff is Sam's dad. BB-28 is just another BB outside of, like, the whole time you think it's referencing, and it's not so much like there's not really a way that you could call it, because there's a lot of red herrings that are sent throughout the game. Like, one to me that I picked out was the little astronaut, because that was on the BB pod when we got BB-28, the little astronaut figurine, and Cliff just also happened to put that astronaut on his BB pod, which was Sam. And so I was like, wait a minute, if those are supposed to be not one and the same, how the fuck do they both have the same astronaut? When, well, it's like, it's insinuated that even Victor confirms, like, where did you get that astronaut, that little guy on your BB pod? And And it's just, I mean, it's a red herring, is what it is. Meant to make you think that it's meant to steer you away from the big reveal. You could assume that toy figurine is something that, you know, is pretty prominent within the world, and would be something that maybe not just one porter or person has, you know. So it's clearly a symbol throughout the game, the Ludens figurine. So that was one thing that kind of like threw me off at the beginning, and there's tons of things that throw you off from that. But so BB-28 Lou is just kind of just was along for the ride, and each time he plugged in to Lou's pod, those were his own memories. They weren't Lou's memories. And that's another thing, is that Dead Man continuously tells you, are you seeing Lou's memories or whatever? And it's like, how should I know who stuck out to Lou the most? And it purposely leads you down this other path, making you think that it's not steering you away so that, you know, the big reveal can have a little more weight. And it definitely did for me the first time around. I mean, when I realized it in that moment, I just about fucking shit my pants. But Cliff just wanted to be a dad. He just wanted a family. His wife had gone under, and they fucking used her and Sam to try and start BB Tech. And I guess because it was and Lisa Bridges, and that's another thing, is that the game continuously calls it, like, he was Sam Porter, now he's Sam Porter Bridges. You work for a company called Bridges, you know, so it's like you insinuate he's just taking on the name of his company and his occupation, but his name isn't Sam Porter, and his adopted name was Sam Strand. You would think that when he took the name Sam Porter at the very beginning, when he was talking to Fragile, he distanced himself from Strand, and so now he's taking Sam Porter, and now Sam Porter Bridges, now he's working for a specific company. The company's name is Bridges. You would think, oh, he just took on the company name. No, that was his birth name, and I don't even know if he knew that. I assume he might have, because his reaction to when Di Hardman said Clifford's wife's name was Lisa Bridges, that maybe he had some insinuation, like, how do you go to your whole life? I mean, I guess it would make sense if he didn't know he was adopted. No, but I think he did know he was adopted. That was in the logs, because his wife knew that, being his therapist. It's a lot to think about. I mean, this is my third time through the story, and I fucking am still piecing stuff together. His name was Sam Porter Bridges, but Sam Porter being, you know, it's Sam Bridges, not Sam Porter Bridges. And so making that connection right there, Lisa Bridges, Sam Bridges, it's just, they kind of steer you away with that too, with the whole company name being Bridges and all that. And I don't know why it's called Bridges. I don't think they named it after Lisa Bridges. I don't think, maybe she was the first still mother. I wouldn't assume so, but I guess I don't know for sure. Porters connected with, holy shit, these are all the porters that no way, that's not all of them, right? They're connected with more for sure. And if you haven't seen the Death Stranding 2 trailers, I'm going to tell you right now, Higgs is not gone. I strongly recommend you do go over there and look at those trailers. They look fucking crazy. The game, of course, in Hideo Kojima fashion, like, there's no way to tell what this one's going to be about. I don't know how they're going to top this. I guess, okay, so what I was trying to get around when I very first started this rant was that the whole idea of, like, a lot of this, the way it plays out and stuff is seen more as Well, I'm gonna get cut off here in a second, so I'm just gonna let this play out for a sec, let the dialogue go on, and then I'll try and explain a little bit more.
Louise.
And would you look at that? It's a baby girl. All right, that's everything. I can stop calling Lou a boy. It's Louise, and she's a baby girl. So I guess what I'm trying to say, the way that some of these parts were acted out and the way that it tells the story, seeing it through the lens of a motion picture doesn't quite work right, because there's so many different instances where, like, when somebody's talking to you and you know, you're seeing things happen right in front of you, like that scene where Cliff gets shot and he starts talking to BB, and all the other guys are just standing around him watching him talk to the BB. You would think one of them would be like, shut the fuck up, or, you know, what are you doing? Like, kind of clearing shit around, but it's clearly he's having his moment with BB, and then John comes over and is like, are you okay? And he continues to not, you know, he continues to let him speak. As somebody just in the real world, if you saw a guy just talking to something that quite obviously can't entirely understand what you're saying, you would think that you would cut him off and be like, are you okay? We're going to get you some help. Fucking, you know, just sit up or whatever. And yeah, so, but it didn't happen that way. And so I think it helps to not think of it as a motion picture or video game. I mean, you could think of it as a video game, and just I feel like that cheapens it a little bit and takes you out of it. But if you look at it more, as corny as it sounds, as a piece of art that's a little more abstract, and you can look at as, like, I guess that's the best way to put it, is a piece of art, then it holds so much more weight. And those scenes where you think something would, you know, where it doesn't flow like a regular conversation would, or that wouldn't actually happen if two people were conversing in person, or, you know, just like taking the realism aspect out of it, and you just look at it as an artwork, or like a piece of art that you're observing. It just, that, I feel like that's where the appreciation comes in. And this truly is, I mean, above all, a work of art. Like, this game is, and it takes more than one pass through to really fully appreciate it. And I still feel like there's plenty of it that is unknown to me. And I do feel much more comfortable now than I did 5 years ago when I first played it. And it was still good then, but it's way better now. I wish I knew about all the differences between the director's cut, and because I do definitely feel like there's some. I feel like I might have pointed some out that weren't actually. Maybe it was just a poor memory, but my God, dude, this game is a work of art. The narrative is fantastic, and I can't wait to see what he brings to the table in the next one. The attention to detail I was going to shout out in that scene with Cliff was that in the memory, you see you're in orange, you know, the orange liquid, and you're looking at Cliff as he has that, and then there's a time where you blink your eye and you open it, and then it's clear, there's no orange liquid, and I was like, oh, maybe that was a glitch, or they just missed that. They didn't put the orange filter on there. But it's such a good attention to detail, because BB was out of the pod by then. Sam was out of his pod by then, and Cliff was talking directly to him. And it's just like, no, they really, really did a good job with this. Covered kind of just about every fucking thing that they needed to. Yeah, incredible. I'm going to try not to ramble on for too much longer. there is a little bit left over that I do want to explore. So we're going to get on with that. Here, I want to look at some of these stats. I took 7 tumbles. I wore out 5 pieces of footwear, and I think 2 of them were chiral boots, maybe. Ingested... I didn't even realize I ingested that much water. Blood transfused, 12 liters. 11 cryptobiotes. Total rest time, 18 minutes, 43 seconds. Is that right? There's no way that's 18 hours, 43 minutes, 21 seconds. There's no way. 18 hours? Total rest time? How? There's no way I rested for 18 hours. Unless that's all the time spent in the rest room as well as sitting. That can't be right. There's no fucking way. 18, almost 19 hours? I didn't have the game running and I walked away from it or anything. I don't know. Types of items fabricated, 49 out of 108. Now that's crazy. How is there 108 different things? I know there's different levels. I'm not gonna fabricate a lower level if I unlocked a higher level, you know. Structures built 64, road sections restored 42. All right, man. 40 fucking 2. That's so many. That's so many ceramics, so many metals, so many crystals. Distance traveled 714 kilometers. Total playtime, goddamn near 74 hours, 73 and a half. 357 orders completed, 75 orders for Sam, 239 standard orders. I was doing the bot orders. They don't seem like they do that much other than give you like a couple extra likes. Once you're in the hundreds of thousands, it doesn't really fucking matter. I thought for sure it was like increasing connection level. I don't really know if it is. Every time I would watch it, it seemed like it went up by a like amount that didn't fucking matter. I didn't do any supply requests. It just seemed like a little bit out of the way, and I had a lot of my own stuff to do. I picked up 1,000 pieces of lost cargo. Now that's crazy too, because I didn't even realize I did that. And I just 400 pieces of that actually made it to the destination. Premium delivery, 126. I did those when I could. And then the Legend of Legends. I don't even know what those other 2 are. Total pieces of cargo delivered, 1919. And total weight, 33 tons. Number of times BB was sued, 30. Likes from BB, 1,200. Connection level, I got a 5-star, which I'd never done before. I think the last time I got like maybe 3.5. Contracts, 32. Yeah. 4-star connections are higher, 21. Max level connections, 20. I had 20 stars. Connections made with other players, 1,600. Yeah, so whatever the other players that it had in the credits, I don't know what causes those to be the top ones. Maybe it's the ones with the highest amount of likes, but 1,600 players. Yeah, that sounds more about right. 370,000 likes. 196 from NPCs and 174,000 from other players. Delivery time was the one thing I didn't get up to 60, and I would have gotten the title of the Great Deliverer. I kind of wish I did, but like I said, I'm on a time crunch, and Death Stranding 2 is coming out real soon. I still don't even have most of the episodes edited, so I gotta get going on it. The UCA's expansion has unlocked new interview data, Journal 24, 25, and 26, and about Sam's return. New features have been added to your private room, Memories of Cliff, and change color scheme. Bridges HQ has provided data for the following backpack customization feature, I Heart BB.